Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Sims 3 tier list for all the expansion packs, the stuff packs, and then the worlds that came with the store. I did a video like this a while back, but just doing expansion packs. I mean, it was like literally a few years ago, and my opinions have changed on all the expansion packs and everything. So yeah, now we're going to do it with the stuff packs and the store worlds as well. Now, disclaimer, I have not played with all of the stuff packs and all of the store worlds, but I have like seen all the content that comes within the packs and seen the worlds, so I kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. But if I don't really know enough, I'll just put it in the meh category because like I really don't know, and I don't want to like rate it if I have no experience with it. All right, so we have 6 categories here. We have pristine, great, nice, meh, bad, and then Katy Perry's sweet treats. Obviously, Katy Perry's sweet treats is going to be the lowest of the low. It's like a nightmare come true type of beat. So we're gonna only put the worst of the worst in that category. Yeah, so I mean, like, obviously, Katy Perry sweet treats. We're gonna throw that right up in there right now. That is a bad pack, y'all. I would never use anything that came in that pack, and it was also just, like, it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, the sort of celebrity tie-in. I mean, there were celebrity tie-ins all the way since, like, Superstar and The Sims 1, but it was different, and this just felt like a cash grab to end all cash grabs. And, like, all of the stuff that came in this pack should have just went into Showtime, because Showtime is, like, not a full enough expansion pack as it is, so it's weird to like separate the content in that way. But now we're gonna like just go in order. So we have Sims 3 World Adventures. I'm gonna put this in the nice category. I think that's pretty much what I rated it last time too. The Sims 3 World Adventures I actually really do enjoy as a pack. I think it was a lot of content. You have the 3 different worlds, different skills that are associated with each world. You have different activities you can do and everything. And then obviously all the tombs. And I think that's like a lot of content, and it was mostly well done. I think the tombs in particular kind of get old after you do 1 or 2 because there's just not that much variety in the puzzle types. Like, they didn't make enough different types of puzzles. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's either pushing the blocks or pushing the statues or just like standing on blocks or putting your hand in a hole. Like, they didn't get, there needed to be a few more obstacles that you could put in a tomb. I do like that you can make your own tombs though if you just use you just have to use cheats. It's a little complicated, but The Sims 4 could never. And yeah, this is a great pack if you have this and you go online and find other people's tombs. There's a lot of creative tombs on there with like unique stories and stuff. So if you're someone that like likes exploring lore in The Sims 3 especially, there's like mysteries and stuff, like different houses you can explore that have stories tied into them and everything, and you can throw that in your world and like have a really fun time. All right, next we have The Sims 3 Ambitions. Now this used to be, I think, in the great tier for me, but I'm actually putting it in the pristine tier now. I use this pack so much, especially since my gameplay style has shifted so much to where I'm like almost always using Ultimate Careers, which is a mod that allows you to have like, open careers. These careers also blend in fabulously with that way of playing, so like it just adds more careers for my Sims to do that are active, and I really enjoy that. The firefighter career is freaking epic, and then you had the private investigator, the ghost hunter, the stylist, expanded on the doctor career. Like, there's just so much. I'm like forgetting some, obviously. There's other careers, I just can't remember them all off the top of my head. And then you obviously have the consignment store and everything, which is another big thing, and I'm pretty sure that the Sims 3 Ambitions added a ton of collectibles, and that's like a huge part of how I play the game too. I love going around the world and collecting like all the different gems and stuff, and I know this added some. It added the gem like digging machine where you can get rocks and stuff by digging. I don't know, it just added a lot of stuff, and I think it's a really cool pack. I don't really care for the world of Twinbrook though. That's the one thing that I will give against it, but for me personally, I don't really rate packs based on the world that they come with too much, because I mean, there's just so many custom worlds that it seems pointless for me to be like, well, I didn't like the world. Well, there's a million worlds I do like, and this content will work in them, so it doesn't really bother me. I think that's like a Sims 4 type of thing that has like taken over the community, or like the ideas of like, if the pack doesn't come with a good world, then it's like a huge hit to the pack. Like, I don't know, it's never been that way for me. It's only that way in The Sims 4 because you can't make your own worlds, and so much of the content is tied into the world. But in The Sims 3, you could do anything in Ambitions that you could do in Twinbrook. You could do it in any other world, so it's not like The Sims 4 where it's like, oh, you don't like the world? Well, that's too bad because you can't play with this content unless it's there. That's my reasoning for why, even though I don't like the world, it's still in pristine. Also, it just has so much content, and it's all really well done. All right, next we have Sims 3 Late Night. I'm going to put Sims 3 Late Night in the nice tier, which I know is probably controversial that I'm not putting it higher. I've just never really, like, cared that much about going to the clubs. I've been playing it recently, actually, doing, like, mixology and everything. First of all, Bridgeport keeps crashing for me, so that's one, you know, hit against it. I will not judge a world based on whether or not I think it's, like, cute, but I will judge a world based on whether or not it even works. And Bridgeport crashes a lot for me now. I don't know why. I don't remember it ever doing that for me before. But Bridgeport also always had a ton of routing issues. I don't like the subway system because it just takes forever to get places. I feel like it takes longer than just getting in the car and driving straight there, because there's like such a delay in the amount of time. I don't know. It just takes forever. I don't like that. The clubs are cute and everything, especially if you have a mod that fills them up, but you do need to have a mod to fill them up, to be honest. Otherwise, they're going to be pretty empty. That's another hit against it. Mixology is really fun though. I like the acting career or the film career because it has open aspects to it too, where you go out and do tasks during the day. So that's really, really cool. And yeah, the celebrity system sucks. The vampires sucked in late night. They didn't get good until after Supernatural. So a lot of the content wasn't that great. That being said, like going to the clubs and stuff, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, it still is fun to do occasionally. And I do like the mixology. I like the bands. I like that they still added a lot. They added more than just like saying we're gonna throw in clubs and then call it a day. Like they did add quite a bit of content. Some of it's not for me, but there's enough of it for me that I still use it. And I obviously like all the objects and stuff too. Some of the furnishings and stuff that came with this pack are really, really good. All right, next we have Sims 3 Generations. I'm actually gonna only put Sims 3 Generations in the great tier. Oops, sorry. This used to be like up at the top for me, but I don't know. I've just like been thinking about it. I feel like it's kind of overrated. And I know that's probably controversial, but like if you actually look at like how much stuff it added a lot of good stuff, but it didn't really add as much as other Sims 3 packs. I feel like it was actually quite a small pack in comparison, which I know people are not going to agree with me on, but I feel like it kind of was. But it did add some good build buy and like Create a Sim stuff, even though I don't really use any of the EA Create a Sim stuff anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Back in the day though, I used to love like that one ponytail with the bangs and then like that hoodie that came in. All my mom Sims had that exact look. I don't know, that was just like the look to go for. I love the water slide, super cute. It's a cute pack. It's cute. I don't like the imaginary friends. I think they're ugly. I think they're annoying. I don't care about the chemistry set. It doesn't do anything for me. I feel like we have a million different ways to make potions in The Sims 3. We really don't, but it feels like that to me. And I just don't really care about that. I do like the gameplay that they added, though, for like teens and children. Although, even for, like, teens, I don't like the pranking system. I feel like, I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know that many teens that actually prank. And I feel like all the teens, no matter what their personality are, they, like, run around and pull pranks. And it, like, gets annoying after a while. Like, why is my good sim that's, like, super studious and super behaved and everything, like, putting a whoopee cushion on the couch? Like, it just, I don't know, it gets old to me. But it's still a really good pack. And it was definitely, like, a requirement, in my opinion. Like, if you have The Sims 3, you should get this pack. Because the family gameplay is not going to be as good without it. But I do think they actually probably could have done more in hindsight. All right, next we have Sims 3 Pets. I put this up at the top, I'm pretty sure, before, but I'm actually going to move it down. I think I was just, like, in Sims 3 Pets La La Land at the time. It's a very, very good pack, though. I still maintain that it is the best pets pack by far, and especially now that The Sims 3, or The Sims 4 has cats and dogs, and My First Pet stuff, and Horse Ranch. When you look at all three of those packs together, if you bought those brand new, that's $90 to get what you got in The Sims 3, and it is not any better, especially the horses. The horses are actually a little bit worse, in my opinion, in The Sims 4, which is crazy. They had a whole entire pack dedicated to them, and they didn't come out as good as in The Sims 3. It's a little bit strange, and the cats and dogs aren't really that improved either, in my opinion, so I find that actually kind of crazy. They took 3 packs to get the same amount of content as The Sims 3 Pets, and it's, like, not even as good in some of the packs. It's a little bit crazy to me. But I like The Sims 3 Pets. I think it's the best pets pack. I think the world is pretty cute. I don't really live in Appaloosa Plains all that often because I don't really care about, like, horses, and I don't really play with pets that often, which is why I'm, like, not putting it in pristine, even though I do think it is the best pets pack they probably could have made. But I do like collecting the small pets. I think that's fun. I just like collecting, so anything that's, like, collectible that you can just, like, go around the world and grab, I really like that type of stuff. Oh boy, Sims 3 Showtime. Y'all, I think I gave this a little bit too much grace last time. This is literally a bottom tier pack for me. It's right there with Katy Perry Sweet Treats. I hate this pack. I hate it. I always have it enabled, though, and I don't know why. I just don't want to, like, disable a pack that I already paid money for, so I just always keep it enabled. I hate it, though. I was literally doing, like, a Sims 3 Castaways Island challenge, and I was exploring an ancient tomb, and there was a fucking sim up above the ancient tomb. Like, we're on an abandoned island, and he was performing One More Grey Day. He was like, Waba Mopsy Grey. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to explore this tomb on my Castaway challenge, and, like, you're up there, get out of my town, get out of my life. I don't like the performing. I think it's really, really weird that, like, if your sim decides they want to be a singer and you join the singing career, you automatically are just a great singer suddenly. Like, nothing about the performance changes vocally. I mean, you could do, like, different tricks and stuff on stage, but, like, I feel like there should have been a skill. It should have been a singing skill where, like, you sound better as you advance. I mean, the acrobat and the magician, they're okay, but, like, I don't know. I feel like for Showtime, they probably could have, like, expanded on the acting from Late Night and like made a, I don't know, I feel like that'd been more interesting route to take than Acrobat. And it's not even like anything interesting acrobatics. It's not like you're like swinging from like something up in the sky or like something crazy like that. That would be kind of cool. It's like boring ass shit. No one's going to see someone like bend their back on a fucking ball. Like, that's not a thing. The magician career, it's probably my favorite out of all of them because it's a little more grounded in, like, I know it's weird to say, like, the magic career, but it's grounded in reality. But, I mean, it is. Like, people, like, magician show, I feel like it's a little more realistic to have in your small town. Like, someone comes in and does a magic show versus, like, someone coming and performing and they're supposed to be, like, the biggest pop star in the world, but they're just, like, in Sunset Valley performing for, like, 10 Sims. Like, it just doesn't work. The game doesn't scale, doesn't have the scale to pull off, like, that super famous singer type of thing. And Starlight Shores, I hate Starlight Shores. I don't know why. I just never want to play there. It's so uninteresting to me as a world. I don't like it. Even though I don't judge based on the world, I'm just adding that in there as well. Yeah, I feel like this is like Ambitions, but far worse. All right, Sims 3 Supernatural. I'm actually going to probably just throw this in the meh. I just don't really care about Supernaturals. I don't like, and I hate the zombies. I always turn the moon cycle off so that the zombies don't spawn. But it's still a good pack for like if you like Supernaturals. Like obviously you get a lot of stuff. The world is all right. I don't really like playing in the world either because I just Moonlight Fall. It's just I don't know. I'm not into Supernatural, so it's just not the world for me. And I hate old looking buildings. Like I'm gonna be honest, that's one of my biggest pet peeves with The Sims 3 is that like pretty much every world, no matter where you go, they like have old architecture. Everything's old. All the wood is like looks nasty and old. I don't know. I like they never like had a fully like even remotely modern world. Everything has this old look to it. I hate that. And the Moonlight Falls is probably the worst of this. It's like all Victorian era. Like I don't know, not for me. I mean I don't hate that stuff, but I feel like they did it so much in The Sims 3. Like they did it to death. Like they could have a world that has nothing to do with Victorian era architecture, and they'll like throw some Victorian. Like could you please come up with something else? Come up with something new. So I don't play in the world. Werewolves, they're like really ugly. And they're kind of goofy. I feel like if they took a different turn with the werewolves and made them like dangerous or like epic in some way, that would have been better than like going the goofy, just like a kind of dog human hybrid, which I guess is what a werewolf is, but still it doesn't like hit. Vampires were improved, so I guess that's good. And then I like that you could play as a ghost right out of Create a Sim if you have this pack. That's really nice. The fairies, I've played with the fairies a little bit. It's really good if you're gardening, but like I just don't want to have a fairy. I don't want to have wings. I don't want my children to have wings. It's not for me. So I really can't say I like this pack that much. I don't like magic either in The Sims, to be honest. So like the witches, I barely ever play with the witches. I just find it so boring. All right, Sims 3 Seasons. There was only one option here. It's going into Pristine. Sims 3 Seasons is the best, and it's gonna go above Ambitions, by the way. Is, in my opinion, the best expansion pack in The Sims history. It is such a good pack. The 4 seasons are so well done. The weather is so well done. The rain feels intense, like suitably intense. The thunderstorms feel really intense. You get so much depth to the snow. It's like it just feels so cool. And I like how the world slows down when it gets cold out. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but like when it's winter and it starts snowing a lot, people actually go outside less, so it makes the world like look more empty. And like I don't know, that's just so realistic to me. I like being able to skate on the ponds. I like being able to go to the festivals and do all that fun stuff, the snowball fight, everything like that. It just feels so fun. And I feel like this is actually a better pack for family gameplay than The Sims 3 Generations, as odd as that might sound, because it's not really intended for family gameplay. But just like I feel like holidays are such an important aspect of like families, and this has holidays. And then like going to the festival and stuff, you could take your kids. That's really good for family gameplay. You have like the greeting card photos, which is also good for if you're a family simmer. I don't know, I feel like they did a really good job with this pack, and I actually do think that it's better for family gameplay than Generations, which is why I think it's more required than Generations, even if you're a family simmer. I think this is like one of those packs you have to get. I like that they let you swim out into the ocean. That's really cool. It's just a good pack. I really love it. It makes me happy. Sims 3 University Life. I'm going to go ahead and put her right into the meh category. I do not care about Sims 3 University Life. Sorry, I don't like that you have to pretty much pause your entire game to go to university. You can't, like... there needed to be, like, an option to, like... Even if they just added a rabbit hole in town that lets you get a degree without leaving, I would use that. And then, like, this pack would at least go up one tier for me, just based off of that alone. There are ways, like, with mods, to have your Sims go to university in the world that you're living in without having to leave, but it's like I shouldn't have to do that. You should just like have that as an option, because it's annoying that you can't see or play as any of your other Sims while you're in university. I hate that so much. I do not like it. I do not like it. I do not like it. That being said, I think that it is better than The Sims 2 University, which is the only other university pack that I've played, because I don't play The Sims 4. Sims 2 University really just felt like the regular game to me. except you walk off lot and go to class instead of going to work. In The Sims 3, I think they did a better job. Just because of open world, it probably was just like kind of a given that it was going to be a little more immersive. But like, I like that you have like outside classes sometimes. I like that they give you your objects depending on what classes you're in that you have to use to get your skills up. I like that they have the active classes, even though they don't really do much. I think the lectures are cute. I feel like there's just a lot more to do in this pack. I don't like the social groups, though. I'm not like too big on that. I find it annoying. I don't like that when this pack came out, it basically made all the Sims on their phone constantly. I hate that. I wish there was a way to make that not happen, but there's not. But yeah, it's not a bad pack. I'm putting it in man, but it's not really like a bad pack. It's just not for me. Sims 3 Island Paradise, I'm actually going to put in the great category, and I know that's going to be controversial too, because a lot of people shit on this pack because of the world not working, and like, yes, I'm taking points off of it for the world not working. If the world worked, I'd probably put it in the top tier. I love the ocean gameplay, you bitch. I love going out on boats, I love water skiing, I love windsurfing, I love having a houseboat, I love all of it. I love, you know, doing the diving lots. I don't really like mermaids, that's the only part that I don't really use, but then running the resort, it's all so cute, it's all so fun, I love, and it works so well. Like, Sunset Valley is my favorite world in The Sims 3, so this doesn't make a problem for me, because you can use all this content in Sunset Valley if you really wanted to, because it's an ocean world. You can go, I mean, it's a beach world, but you can't really, like, have a houseboat, I guess. I mean, you could, you're just not going to really be able to dock it anywhere else, but you can go out and boat and stuff on that big old ocean right on Sunset Valley. So, like, when people are like, you can't use the content because the world is broken, no, you literally can. Like, the Sunset Valley would be the perfect world to put a fucking beach resort in, because it is a beach town. So you could put the resort there. You could go out and boat into the ocean and stuff. The only thing you can't do in Sunset Valley, really, is the houseboats. But if you have, like, sunlit tides, that's perfect for houseboats, too, because it's so many different islands. The content can go into other worlds. It's not like island... What is the Sims 3 or Sims 4 one? Island Living? Island Living is, like, the worst version of this, in my opinion, because you can't use any of the content in, like, any of the other worlds. It's really, really shitty. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it that they watered down this pack and then people act like it's better because the world works. Girl, you can't go anywhere else with it. In The Sims 3, you could take... Whatever. The point is, I really, really like all the gameplay that came with this. I think it's really, really cute. I think it's fun. I understand, like, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I don't know why. I'm not even, like, an island. Like, I don't go to the beach. I don't like swimming in the ocean. But in The Sims 3, I love that. I just love it. It's so fun. All right, last we have Sims 3 Into the Future. Bitch, get right down where you belong. I hate Sims 3 Into the Future. I rated it the lowest last time that I did this, and the only thing that's lower than it right now is Sims 3 Katy Perry Sweet Treats. I hate Into the Future. I hate going to the future. I hate that the portal spawns in every time you open up the game. I hate it. 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 I don't care about whether or not the future is dystopian or utopian. And that's like kind of like, oh my god, like if you really think about it, like eco lifestyle kind of jacked that whole concept. And I didn't care about it in The Sims 3. I don't care about it in The Sims 4. I think it's a bad concept in both games. I hate the idea of like getting a quest basically from someone saying, if you want the world to be this way or this way. If it had been integrated in a more subtle way where it's like actually based on just what your day-to-day gameplay is like and not just you doing a checklist, then maybe you would have been able to be like, maybe you would have had me gagged a little. I'm not gagging over this. I'm not. It's just not good. It's like, you know exactly what the world's going to be like because you have to do a checklist to get there, and it's like not surprising at all. They didn't do a good job with the Descendants. I know some people have said like, oh, the Descendants are based off your genetics. I don't really see that. Every time I've ever gone, they look completely randomized. They don't look anything like my sim. So I don't know if that's actually true or not. It doesn't seem to be true in my experience, but maybe it is. I don't really care about anything that the game added. I don't like jetpacks. I don't like robots. I don't like any of that crap. It's not for me. The only thing that I use from this pack is the food synthesizer so that I can have cafeteria lots and basically have a functional restaurant. That's the only time that I use this pack. I do not like this pack. Get it out. All right, now we're getting into the stuff packs. A lot of these are just going to go right into the meh category because I do not like to buy stuff packs. I would rather just get custom content. I feel like EA does not do a very good job with the content that they put in the game anyway, and custom content almost always looks better, so like, I don't know, not for me. But high-end loft stuff, I don't even think I've ever used it. It's going right in the meh, because I don't know anything about it. Fast lane stuff, I've seen, like, the cars and stuff. I don't like having, like, branded vehicles in my game, so I'm putting it right into the meh category. Outdoor living, now I do use outdoor living, or at least I have in the past, and I actually did like the stuff that came with it. I'm just gonna like go through things. I'm not gonna list it. Like I think it had like a hot tub that I really liked, and then like a bar or something like that. I think it had like an outdoor kitchen set too, didn't it? I can't remember, but I remember I did like it. I can't even read what that says. Town life. I don't literally care at all. Meh. I don't know enough. Master Suite, meh. I don't know enough about it. Diesel, I'm putting this in Katy Perry Sweet Treats tier. That shit is ugly. This is one of the packs that I've seen the content for. I've seen other people review it, and I'm like, that is the ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life. And people paid for that. What is wrong with y'all? 70s, 80s, 90s? Ugly. Ugly makeup. Ugly everything. I do not like this. I do not like this. I can find much better CC. Movie stuff, ugly. Ugly content all around the board. Ugly create a sim, ugly build by. I hate this. I hate it. I don't know who's using this stuff. I don't know who the demographic is. Shame on you. Shame on you. I do not like this stuff. Ugly. Okay, Sims 3 Riverview. That's the world that came for free. I'm going to put it in meh just because I haven't been able to play it in a long time. There's like a glitch where I can't get it to install into my game. I can get every custom world I want installed into my game. Riverview does not show up in my game no matter what I do. I don't know why. I mean, I don't remember ever being blown away by it. It looked like a pretty basic world, but I don't know. Maybe if I ever am able to play it again, I'll eat my words and I'll be like, this is amazing. But I'm just going to put it in meh because I can't remember enough. Barnacle Bay, I do not like Barnacle Bay. I'm going to put it in bad. I think it's an ugly, ugly world. I think it's weird that the Caliente sisters are living in that world too. Like, it seems so completely random. And a world themed around pirates just is not for me. Yeah, I don't like any of the Create a Sim or the build buy that comes with this store set either. It's just not for me. And I feel like we have so many beach worlds already in The Sims 3. Like, they really should shake it up and have something that doesn't just have, like, a giant beach at the edge of the world. I feel like they don't have enough worlds like that. Hidden Springs, I literally have never played in Hidden Springs, so I'm going to put it in meh because I can't judge it. Lunar Lakes, that's the alien world. I actually do kind of like the aesthetic of Lunar Lakes, so I'll put it in nice. I haven't played in that world, though. I've only ever seen, like, tours of it and everything. I don't really care about lore, though, so thankfully I don't really need to play in it to know if I like it or not. I just like the look of it. I would never probably play in it often, but it could be fun for a moment or two. Lucky Palms, that added the casino, so I'm actually going to put that in nice too, because I do like the ability to have a casino in the game if you wish to. I think that's something that gives, like, adult Sims another activity to go and do, which, you know, is always a good thing to have. Sunlit Tides, I'm actually going to put in the great tier. This is, like, one of the few that's going to go up there, just because it works so well with Island Paradise content, and Island Paradise is a pack that I enjoy very much, so a world that is, like, works really, really well with that, I'm always gonna have to give it its 10s. I mean, the builds are kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie, but that's like everything that the Sims 3 team built is ugly. I feel like every world, even Sunset Valley, which is my favorite world, like, the houses are ugly. They are hideous. You pretty much always have to build your own house. Monte Vista, I'm gonna put it in meh. I don't really like what I've seen of it, but I haven't played in it, and I don't know enough about it. I might be misremembering it, to be honest. I mean, I played in it a little bit. I do like that it came with a pizza oven. I might put it in nice, because I do like that pizza oven, to be honest. Aurora Skies, I don't remember anything about Aurora Skies, sorry to say, so I'm going to put it in the meh category. Dragon Valley, I'm going to put it in bad. It's just way too specific of a world, like, themed to be in, like, what is it, like, the medieval times, and then the dragons are really, really bad. Like, they're not as good as the Sims 1 dragons, which is, like, sad. They look almost visually the same as the Sims 1 dragons, too. Like, the graphics are so bad on them. Midnight Hollow, I'm going to put in Katy Perry Sweet Treats. I dare you to fight me about it. I do not like goth stuff. I'm not a goth. I'm not, like, into that whole era. I'm not, and it's so dark, and it's just, like, I do not care. You can't get me to care. It's an ugly world. It's ugly. Sorry. I think it's very ugly. And didn't it come with, like, I hate that they tied in, like, the freaking selling rugs or whatever, what is it called, store rugs into this, but also that's just a terrible way to do retail anyway, so they can have that. There's better mods to do retail than anything that The Sims 3 has made, so. Roaring Heights I'm going to put in bad, because I think the builds in Roaring Heights are hideous. I think they are completely hideous. I will never live there. I do actually, you know what, I'm going to put it in nice, not because of the world itself, but because of the boardwalk, and because of the fact that you can build roller coasters and stuff. I do like that, but if it didn't have that, it would be going in bad, because the world itself is hideous. This is my ranking, everybody. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Go ahead and get violent about it, and I'll fight you. But yeah, I think this is pretty, like, I mean, there's a good amount dispersed up at the top. I feel like Sims, well, I guess this is meh. The most full tier is the meh tier, which means I just either don't know enough about it or I don't like it. There's not too much in the bad tier, but there's a lot in the Katy Perry Sweet Treats. I feel like that's going to be the controversial tier, but I really do feel like these are all terrible, like, genuinely terrible packs. I'm not biased when it comes to The Sims 3. I'm not afraid to say, like, this pack sucks, and I hate it. And I'm not afraid to say that a lot of these packs down here and a lot of the stuff down here is worse than some of the bad Sims 4 stuff. Like, sorry to say. So let me know what your ranking would be, or if you disagree with anything very heatedly, or if I got anything wrong in your opinion. Like, obviously I'm not an expert on The Sims 3. I do play The Sims 3 a lot, and some may think I'm an expert on The Sims 3, but I could be wrong about some of this, because there's a lot of content for The Sims 3 that I've just not had an interest in playing with, because I feel like it's a cash grab and I don't want to spend money on something that is a cash grab, even if it is a game that I love. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, you can subscribe for more. I'm working on a Sims 3 family gameplay mods video. It's just going to take a little more time in the oven, so I'm trying to do a quicker video today to get something up on my channel. But I appreciate all the support. I've been growing a lot lately, and it's always a good feeling to look at your analytics and not see a bunch of red arrows and see green arrows instead. That's always nice. So I appreciate everyone's support, everyone that likes, comments, or chooses to watch my videos or my streams. I appreciate it a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.